I gave it fucking like 6 minutes to let everybody fucking get here and nobody came, so fuck it. Guess what, everybody? I'm not telling a funny cancer patient story today. So there you go. No, I mean, I guess I probably should tell my funny cancer patient story because there's nobody here and I got like literally fucking nothing else. They like three fucking whoppers. I'm fucking just a lot of mistakes are made, but I regret nothing because I will be something. I'll be. I don't know. Like this shit's fucking hard. Like, oh, I hate fucking babbling by myself now. It's so much easier when there's other people here because I can just do whatever the fuck it is I do every other fucking week. Where's my lighter? That's a back scratcher. That's not a lighter. This is a lighter. Uh, fuck. Fuck. I wish at least one other person was here because I got nothing. I'm sorry. I don't like. Truth be fucking told, I don't do this anymore for you guys. I just do it more as a fucking habit. This is the exact same fucking. This is just the YouTube equivalent of fucking like chain smoking myself to death. Oh my god, did I just crack the fucking code? Is that why I just do this? Because YouTube is just nothing more but another unhealthy addiction for me to inevitably use fucking in a fucking like limp dick way to fucking kill myself because I'm too much of a coward just to fucking goddamn put a gun in my mouth? Huh. Anyways, I gotta walk away for a second. The dog's barking. They want back in. And it's hot out there, so I don't want to leave them out there. Come on in. Yeah, unhook you. There you go. Throw the cigarette outside. Done with that. It probably won't start a fire. It probably will start a fire. Like, look, Mansoor, you get a pass. You can only fucking. You can only fucking. Oh, you're talking about the death impulse. I thought you were talking about, like, look, I'd come on, but, like, you know, I don't have a voice. I'm like a weird voiceless man. I gotta use a robot to talk. God, I wish I had a robot to talk. Robots would be so fucking cool. And then they kill us. I guess that's the Thanos impulse again. Just like, man, it'd be so cool to hang out with a robot, and then like, fucking, they just kill us. Like we have like a nice picnic. We maybe go to a zoo or a museum. Maybe see a movie, and then at the end of the night, like the robots are just like, the human virus must be purged, and they just fucking just grab me by the legs and just slam me against the ground like a fucking like they're fucking shaking out a rug. That'd be cool. Hey, Galactic Burglar. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's gonna unlock the sea. I mean, Adam probably will because we had a big conversation about the video that inspired the title to this fucking video. That's the other reason I kind of want somebody in here because I got some opinions about that video that might not be fucking popular, and I want to work out. I want to work it out because I live in America and fucking like therapy costs too fucking much. Ah, Space Thief. The Space Thievery would be great. Also, just heads up, be a little distracted because the ball is currently resisted. Let me give you a little pokey poke. Boop, 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 boop. Although I guess everybody gets a pass this week for not being here, like Lundy and CJ. Well, CJ, has CJ ever even been on one of these? I don't think, but like, yeah. So Lundy's talking to CJ. Goat's either fucking dying or dead, one of the two. And that just leaves the Canadians. The Canadians have no excuse, except for you, Mansoor. But you're not really Canadian. You're a Quebecian. So yeah, the Canadians have no excuse. Shit. I just remembered I forgot to fucking put the links in the fucking description. Fuck. Like as I was fucking setting up the show, I was like, I forgot something. No, I didn't. I didn't forget anything. But it feels like I forgot something. I forgot something. Nah, I didn't forget anything. I fucking forgot. Like every fucking week it's something. Oh, that's fine, Galactic Burglar. It's gonna be fucking a random clusterfuck of a show tonight, unless somebody fucking steps in and bees my angle or my demon. Either one would be preferable. Like, I guess I would like to go with the demon. These demons are cool. Like, they like to fight and fuck and fight again. Like, those are the two things demons like: fighting and fucking. They're like Russell Crowe from that episode of South Park. Ugh, ugh, ugh. I fucking blew the fucking ash out of my bowl and it went right into my fucking mouth. How was that even? Okay. You know what? I might be able to pick this fucking weed just in the bag, and might not even need my fucking dish for it because it's like the last little fucking bit. Do do do. I've had the fucking Doug theme song stuck in my head all fucking today. Don't know why, but I hate it. Fucking hate it. Where? Okay, there's the other. I knew I felt another fucking stem up in here. Okay. Okay, come on. It's like a bunch of fucking shakes, so it's like it's getting caught on the. And there's a fucking third stem. I mean, I guess it's a good thing I do got my fucking dish here because I can just throw these fucking stems up in it. Is that a fucking. Yeah, that's a piece of a stem. I don't even know where all these fucking stems are coming from because, like, the buds weren't that fucking stemmy. Do, like, all of the stems just fall fucking out? Okay. Okay. Yep. Yep, that's feeling good. Uh, Gonna reach over, get out the fucking jar I keep my stems in for hash making purposes. Boop. 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 Yeah, close the jar. And I throw it back in the drain. I've been getting lazy on giving people moderating thing. Because my policy in here is like, give everybody the gun. Give everybody the moderation gun. An armed society is a polite society. I'm an American. I mean, really, when you think about it, like Virginia was Texas before Texas was a thing. Texas is basically just scuffed Virginia. There, I said it. You know, maybe it was a bad idea to try to pack this while it's still in the bag. Yeah, this is a bad idea. Let me let me turn some stuff so I don't just spill weed everywhere on the fucking floor. Do, 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 do. Also, I hope Lundy shows up because I know Lundy hasn't read it because Lundy is slow, but I really don't want to talk about the new fucking chapter of My Hero Boca, my my Boku no Hero Piku Academia nuts. Why am I fucking so? Oh yeah, I know why I'm fucking scatterbrained today because it's a fucking 104. Also, I just woke up like maybe 30 minutes ago. Yeah, I know he's on Twitch like a fucking coward. Like a. See, I was gonna do the joke, but that's Goat's job. Like Goat's job is to use the homophobic slurs. My job is to use the racial slurs. And there's another fucking stem in this weed. How? I I fucking got all of you. Jesus fucking. Okay, there, you go in the fucking jar too. Fucking stems. Oh, like stems of my ladies that go up to their armpits or gams or whatever it is. But yeah, Lundy's a boogerhead. Everybody knows this. It's no secret. Lundy was voted most likely on the podcast to be a boogerhead 12 years consecutively, which is really impressive because I've only known Lundy for like 8 years. So it's really impressive that like for 12 years straight, I've been like, yeah, this guy named Big Lundy, he's a boogerhead. Ew. Got like this fucking bug bite on my foot, and it's like really fucking gross. I should probably cover that with something. Is that even a bug bite? Honestly, it looks more like a burn. I know I can compare this because I have a burn on my fucking arm where I fucking singed myself with a fucking cigarette earlier this week. So did I drop something on my foot and burn myself and not even real? It just been like, oh, it's a bug bite. Like, oh, my Poach did a picture in the Discord. Oh, Naruto running. God, I really. Is it wrong? Is it is it wrong that I kind of want at least like one? I got really scared because I thought I hit the stop podcast button and switching back from the Discord. I was like, oh no, did I fuck up? Did I do a boom? Did I do a bad? I didn't do a bad. But yeah. Oh yeah, Naruto running. That's what I. Yeah, fucking. I really kind of hope like at least one person gets shot like September 23rd. Just one. That's all I want. Just one fucking person to be ballsy enough to be like, you know what? There was a little boy named Naruto, and he had a dream, and that dream was to become president of the ninjas. And you know what? Everybody told him he was stupid and retarded, and he couldn't do it. And you know what? They were right. He was stupid and retarded, but they were wrong about the part where he couldn't become president ninja because politics is fucking bullshit and it's not based on merit. And he fucking basically gave a full pardon to his best fucking friend who committed literal fucking genocide. But I guess it's cool because he feels bad about it. So this turned into me just being like, I fucking hate Naruto. I really fucking hate Naruto. I don't know if that's a popular or unpopular opinion because anytime like somebody's like, I'm a Naruto fan, I just fucking tune them out. So I don't know. Really, just anytime some people talk about Naruto, like I'm fucking tuning myself out right now. I'm just fucking talking phonetically about like how much I hate Naruto, while inside in my brain I'm at fucking Disneyland, climbing a tree, eating some cotton candy. That's a fucking reference to a Pierre Kirby movie. Nobody gets that napalm. Like only you and the cinema snob know who fucking Pierre Kirby is. Oh no, I almost knocked my fucking my fucking shit over with my fucking back scratcher. God, I'm so happy to have this fucking back scratcher now because I've been wanting one for a while. And like, this is a good one because it's metal, it's sharp. And I could at least kill a baby with this. Like, if I came in at the right angle and like the fontanelle, then again, like you poke a fucking baby in the brain, like the fontanelle with a pillow, that's gonna kill it. Humans have a lot of weak spots, don't we? Like, come to think of it. Oh my god, is that because we're the final fucking boss of like evolution? So like, I'm gonna go a little tear zoo here, but like, is that why like we have the fontanelle and the fucking nutsack? Because like, hey, like humans are really unbalanced. So like, let's give them a thing where if you poke them in the head at the top of the head when they're a baby, you just kill them. Or like, if you're a full grown male, if you get fucking hit in the nuts hard enough, you'll just instantly have a fucking heart attack. Yeah, he did some of the Godfrey Ho movies. I think he did like four, five, and then he disappeared. He might have fucking fought off pirates. He might have died. He might just be like a fucking child trafficker. Who fucking knows? Like, nobody knows. Pierre Kirby, he's a fucking man of mystery. I should get fucking Pierre Kirby. I should fucking write fucking Waji. Waji? How do you say his name? The dude who looks like an actual Guy Fawkes mask. And he talks about like dumb shit on the internet that like people are curious about. Fuck, what is his name? But yeah, I should fucking send him a thing and be like, can you figure out whatever happened to Pierre Kirby? Like the cinema snob talked about it and then he never did anything else with it. But like you're better than the cinema snob Waji. Wuju? Is it Wuju? No, it's not Wuju. It's like it's like Waluigi, but not Waluigi. Wuji. I want to say it's Wuji. Fuck. I can't be the only person who watches him. Somebody has to know who the fuck I'm talking about. He's got the long black hair. Really good mustache. Ooh, that was a nasty burp. Also, I should pay attention to Lundy's fucking dumb stream because once he's done talking to CJ, I can press game him into coming in here. Because I'm good about saying things that like aren't going to get him back. I mean, like, look, he hasn't been banned on Twitch yet. So, like, obviously, it's cool. I'm fine. I'm looking at this back scratcher, and it's like a claw, right? It's like shaped like a claw, and there's like a weird divot in the one side of the claw, and I'm thinking that's because because like looking at it, I think originally there was like an extra finger on here because there's only like four fingers. I think there was an extra finger on here, and that was like the thumb or whatever. Because it kind of looks like, I guess you a vague eagle talon, kind of. I don't know. What I do know is I got a fucking itch on my back. One bad thing about this is like the fucking fingers are like so spaced out, like it gets caught up on the fucking like my shirt. Also, another thing that disappoints me: the fingers are spaced too far apart to hold a fucking cigarette. Because that would have been really fun to smoke a fucking cigarette while holding this fucking back scratcher. Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, Al Long, aka the greatest fucking henchman ever. Oh, thank Christ, somebody's here. Oh my god, it's Skull. If you're talking, I can't hear you.
Hello?
I
Hello?
can.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So,
Can you hear
fuck,
me?
I can't talk about the fucking video with you because, yeah.
Uh, sorry, I've been gone for a while because I've been working for a pretty bad company.
Yeah, your foot got crushed.
No, tip of my finger got broken.
Oh, I thought your foot got crushed.
No, tip of my finger got broken.
I thought you got stuck between like two train cars like a Nazi in an Indiana Jones movie,
No, 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 no.
which would have
There's
been kind of fitting for you.
there's that. And also I'm currently in contact with OSHA over possible retaliation.
Dude, fuck him up. And then when you
Um,
get fired, you can fucking do more Xenogears because I've stole like I fucking carved a really big I hate Xenogears into my desk skull.
so actually I'm already terminated.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it's
just
not cool because you don't have any income, and that's bad.
well, I got about $2,000 laying around, and my bills aren't that heavy.
Do you have fucking? Is your state fucking the pot legalization?
Yeah, we fully have legal pot.
We're gonna fucking head shop
I could, I guess. Right now, I'm
because
more
that's like easy work.
right now I'm more interested in trying to see if I can get to unemployment and then possibly start going back to college.
Plus two skull. If you're
Hmm.
working like a fucking if you work in one of those pot stores, most likely they're gonna pay you in fucking cash because the banks don't want to deal with them.
Yeah, I understand that. Um, yeah, right now I'm just kind of mildly tired. Um, yeah. Uh, my former employer thinks I'm the one that contacted OSHA on them. So that's not good.
So it's like in a fucking It's like in a weird like martial arts movie or like an anime where somebody is like, "We're gonna take this out on you because we think you're this person," and then like the actual person comes in. It's like, "I will train you in the dark arts to gain vengeance," or you find the actual person. You're like, "Let's team up."
Well, the funny part is that OSHA coming to the plant apparently has caused all sorts of issues. Like,
Also, too, Skull, I want to address something real quick.
mhm.
Thinking about it since I brought up anime, Gynax Studio Gynax can't burn down because it doesn't exist anymore.
I know it was one of those I read up, and then I realized that okay, so apparently it got absorbed into like a fucking subsidiary or something, and it's not even known as Gynax anymore. So it's like Gyna,
Yeah,
and it was like,
and
oh, that's
also all the people
depressing.
left it anyway.
Okay, well, to be honest, that's good because that means
So
Evangelion
you should have been like, why couldn't it be Studio Trigger?
dead.
Because Studio Trigger is basically new Gynax.
Well, also, so me and Agata watched Evangelion, all 26 episodes, and Ava.
Oh, the Netflix dub.
Yep,
Did you watch the Netflix dub?
yep.
It's so bad, isn't it?
Well,
Even as like a not fan of the series, it's like this dub does this fucking show no fucking favors.
well, to be perfectly fair, most of us we watch it mostly in subs.
Oh, dude, please tell me you saw like the really bad parts in fucking dub though.
Uh, I don't know. Did they have to involve Asuka? Because Agata was flabbergasted at this fucking
Yeah,
character thing.
yeah.
Was it how bad
So
her German was?
there the two like biggest moments that have pissed everybody off in the fucking in the dub is the fucking the one dude not being gay,
Oh, okay,
right?
yeah, because they edited that out.
Yeah, cuz and like that ruins that scene, the following scene, because like Shinji is basically he's having like an existential crisis because nobody's ever fucking told Shinji that they've loved him before. So when you change that into like I like you, it's like this is the dumbest fucking thing ever. Like it makes Shinji sound like even more like a fucking inept child.
Yeah, which that's actually kind of impressive to
But
do that.
the big one is like the fucking moment before like shit goes fucking tits up towards the end where fucking Senji in like the original is like he's trying to tell Asuka he loves her, but he can't because he's useless and he can't fucking do anything right. But in the new one, he just fucking flat out comes out and it's like, I love you.
So, also here's a weird thing is that while I was familiar with Ava existing, when I watched the 26 episodes of the Spider Evangelion, I never actually got around to watching Ava. So,
Yeah.
that now that I've seen that and that movie, that kind of puts a lot of Xenogears in more context for me. For example, I didn't know they literally were doing the fucking Adam and Eve thing with fucking Shinji and Asuka.
I mean, to be fair, that's like a very popular motif in like a lot of fucking anime.
Oh yes, I know. I know they did like the same thing. What for fucking like Gunbuster or something? No, it wasn't
Oh
Gunbuster.
fucking! You know what, Skull? I'm actually glad like you showed up because I've been wanting to talk since you said gun, and it made my mind go to some place.
Mm-hmm.
You know where that place is?
What
Have
Gundam?
you seen Gundam Wing Origins?
Mm, Gundam Wing Origins? No, I know there's Gundam
Yeah, it's
Origin.
like the new Gundam Origins. Yeah,
Yeah,
why did I say Gundam Wing Origins? It's
yeah.
actually
The
really good.
yeah. Are you talking about the OVAs where it just covers the tale of like Char and they've turned Char into fucking pretty much as over glorified like fucking folk hero? Well, not folk
Yeah,
hero, but like urban legend type character at this point. Like,
yeah,
I had like don't get me wrong, Original Mobile Suit Gundam, he was kind of overblown, like fucking destroyed these many ships at Loom, all this, but like with those, he's like, oh yeah, he like beat a knight when he was like 10.
I mean, to be fair to the original series, he did all of that shit in Izaku, so that's really impressive.
Well, no, I'm just talking about the
You poke them
OVAs.
with a pillow, they die.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about in the original in these OVAs, like they're covering him growing up. It's like, yeah, he
Yeah,
like
he's just like
killed
he's
a
always been the best.
yeah, he killed a knight with like but with stairs. He fucking like punched out a fucking cowboy. He like took on an Indian fucking like assassin.
The only thing he didn't do is fight a fucking ninja and a pirate. If he fought a ninja and a pirate, he would have had like every fucking trope handled.
Yeah, he would have. So there's that. But yeah, there's a lot of great stuff because I just love how they just kind of boil down to any of the actual what could be interesting, like the political stuff that happens before the 1 year war. They just boiled down to like, nah, Charge kind of accidentally like pretty much
You know what's actually
helped or
interesting to
caused
me?
it. But
Maybe it's because I've been kind of getting more into like the lore of 40K,
hmm
hanging out with like Renok and stuff. But it's kind of weird that they haven't done like Space Marines like in Gundam.
there's a lot of stuff in Gundam that they haven't done, which is kind of annoying. It's one of my bigger complaints about Gundam. Like for example, the fact that after like proliferation of mobile suits and stuff like that within the 1 year war and all that, you don't really see like like mercenary factions or fucking like space pirates. Like the closest you get to space pirates is fucking like the Law's Fleet and Stardust Memory, which are still like
Also,
remnant in canon.
aren't the Jovians kind of like space pirates?
The Jovians are wait, are you talking about the merchant faction? No,
I
not
think
merchant.
yeah, like they were like weird, like oh we live in these space stations around fucking Jupiter.
That sounds way fucking out there. I think is that Victory Gundam shit? Because I
I
haven't
think
gotten
it was
too much
because
into
like
Victory.
they were like weird people because like instead of like having really because like they had like really shit colonies, right? So
Mhm.
they had to genetically engineer themselves to be able to survive in those shitty colonies.
Yeah.
So they're like weird, spindly, bald people. They
Huh.
kind of look like fucking shit. I can't remember the fucking name of them, but they kind of look. They're kind of like the fucking weird. Oh fuck! I can't remember if it's from the first or if it's from the second or third fucking Macross, but they're like one of the weird fucking human aliens from the first, like one of the first Macrosses, where it's like, this is weird. This
Oh.
kind of doesn't fit.
But but yeah, there's like that. Y- like the entirety of
You
how
have
like
the manga that had the pirate Gundam in it.
you talk about Crossbones.
Yeah,
To be fair, I don't think Crossbones is actually a pirate. I just think he's just pirate
yeah. He
themed,
just looks like a pirate.
which I don't understand why Earth Federation just kind of goes, you know what? Hey, pirate theme. No, I don't know if it's pirate theme. It just
I
has a
mean,
crossbone on the
in
chest. It has
theory,
a fucking like beam blunderbuss or like matchlock pistol or something.
see, that's like one of the big problems with like Gundam in my. There needs to be more like fucking actual powers and shit.
Well, yeah. See that's another thing I actually wish they kind of went
Like
over.
having it just be like Earth versus like a bunch of colonies. Like there need to be like more factions in Gun because
Well, see, the thing
like
is
I could
that
actually because I could get a fucking like a federation being like, yeah, let's make like our own fucking pirates and shit, like privateers.
well, see, the thing is I would argue if you're gonna re-envision the 1 year war with Origins or whatever, if you want to do something of that nature, you could have just had Federation fracture into like some of its original old powers that we're more familiar with. Like I don't know, fucking Russia fracturing off and going, you know what? No, this Federation idea was kind of stupid.
Yeah, we told you we didn't like it.
You know, have them fracture off.
And guess what? We've been secretly building fucking Russian only colonies on the fucking download, so go fuck
Yeah,
yourself.
or something silly like that. Fucking like America fractures off or whatever. I mean,
Oh my god, and then you could do a reboot of G Gundam.
I guess. Bolt Gundam can exist. I don't know. All I know is that yes, I agree with you that there needs to be more factions. Um, and you kind of need to get away from Xeon or Xeon regiments being or like Lost regiments being the baddies
Or
because
just fucking. You know, it'd be fun if like, because I think they've mentioned like having fucking world ships before.
world chips, not to
Yeah,
my
I think
knowledge.
they've mentioned like. I think they've mentioned that they've sent like ships outside of the fucking solar system for for colonization purposes.
I'm not
Bring in one of those as a fucking faction.
I'm not familiar. I think the farthest, to my knowledge, they've ventured out is again Jupiter slash like Mars and stuff like that.
See, that's the other thing that fucking pisses. It's like, come on, like, throw some fucking shit down on Pluto. Have a Pluto faction.
But again, like I said, there's like with the proliferation of like mobile suits is all about because of 1 year war, you would think you would see their technology more integrated into other things. And the thing is like Gundam has done that before. They just don't really put much of a spotlight on it. Like
Yeah, like, where's
fucking
like, you've
what
seen
give
Pat Labor, right?
yeah, give me my Gundam Pat labor.
Yeah, like, where's like all the civilian fucking shit?
And
Like, why is it always just people working on Gundams and not like smaller fucking power suits?
yeah, so like for example, I think
I guess
Thunderbolt.
that was what the ball was.
The ball again. The ball is supposed to be fucking them taking like the little like construction ball, pod design and then like armoring it up and putting a gun on it. Which
But yeah, like,
that's kind of funny because the ball's pretty much churning. Like it's like the fucking no fuck. I'm forgetting the name of the tank. The one from New Zealand.
the Bob Stimpleton,
Yeah. Pretty much every ball is a Bob Simple. It's just like okay, we got this platform. Let's put some armor on it and a gun. Call it good.
the most adorable tank ever.
Yep. A tank that would have struck fear in the Japanese heart.
I mean, to be fair, Japan wasn't doing much better on their tank game either.
Well, to be fair, Hago actually might kick its ass. I don't know because unlike
It probably would. It actually had a real tank gun on it.
yeah, see that's the thing. Because don't get me wrong, everyone who loves the Bob Simple, I'm in that same boat too. That is some great trolling, but the Hago still got like a 37 millimeter anti tank cannon. The Bob
Yeah,
Simple never got its 35 millimeter or 2 pounder or whatever the fuck it was meant to have fucking anti tank cannon that was supposed to get from the mainland, the fucking motherland or from fucking Britain.
fucking moving basically destroyed it because it would just shake apart.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, the Hago isn't the best one in the world, though. I still think the Hago is fucking just adorable. And also, I didn't notice the Hago's got some weird like first records, which I didn't know. You know, that's the first tank that's actually invaded fucking American soil.
Really? Is that
Yeah.
just because somebody built one?
No, because the Philippines. Now,
Oh
American
yeah.
soil can mean like not necessarily the continental
You
United
know what's
States.
actually funny, Skull? Like somebody up the road is like selling this really shitty tractor, and I was thinking of like I should buy it and make a Bob Stimple tank. That should be my next project.
Well, actually, I just saw a video on YouTube of what was claiming to be a 2006 riot in Hungary.
Are they using it? Like, I mean, here's the thing. Like, in military terms, yeah, the Bob Stimple is fucking like the worst idea ever, unless you're like a peasant uprising, and that's literally the only thing you can do.
Yeah, but in 2006, apparently a bunch of rioters actually got near like sent to a war museum or something, and there was an operational T-34-85.
Why couldn't they just make? Why doesn't Antifa make fucking Bob Stimpletons
Because I'm pretty
and just raid the fucking ice camps with them?
because of Bob Simple. There's a lot of reasons because because Antifa, to my knowledge, is actually a lot more blown up as an actual threat.
I mean,
than
they are. They're a
it.
bunch of fucking. Unless it's like the European branches.
Yeah, because the American branches are just not there.
But like the ICE facilities, like, yeah, they shot that one fucking anarchist who lit those buses on fire. But like, I'm pretty sure like they don't have like anti fucking armor rounds at like the fucking detention facilities.
Also, to be fair, we are fucking America, so you don't really know.
True.
I mean, like, with how
But
much.
see, that's the fucking benefit of like we are America, so we can put a better gun than the New Zealanders had.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I don't really try. It's kind of weird with us Americans because, like, we love, like, our government really loves putting like surplus fucking military equipment on the police. So, like, if like a detention center all of a sudden bust out a tow missile and took out fucking one of these like Antifa Bob Simples that way, I probably would just kind of shrug and go, "Oh well, didn't see that one
See,
coming."
the
But
big problem with the Bob Stimples though is they would not be able to take out a wall. Like maybe if you fucking chained something to them and like you pulled the wall down, but like you know you ain't fucking you ain't Steven Seagal in that into a fucking dogfighting fight, you know.
yeah. Um, and to be honest, another thing with us Americans is
By the way, don't do this. Don't listen to me, please. I don't
another
want anybody to fucking come back and be like, "This is where the fucking the Bob Stimple army fucking got their ideas from."
Also, another thing with us Americans is that while we are kind of just have a plethora of fucking firearms and other armaments and things of that nature within our nation, it is a very particular like assortment of weapons. Like, for example, you can get a hold of like a 38 special or whatever, or a 9 millimeter like semi-automatic pistol, but we're not the country you go to get hold of like a 37 millimeter anti-tank cannon, like, because we haven't had the proper bullshit to happen in our nation for that to be just you can just pick that up. Like, I don't know, Pakistan, like Pakistan and in the Middle Eastern countries have had to deal with like the Soviet Union or their equipment, like surplus equipment laying around. You could probably pull up like a 12.7 millimeter like heavy machine gun.
You could probably buy decommissioned fucking shit and redo it.
You could. I wouldn't be surprised, but I do imagine there is a paper trail on that.
There probably is. But you
Uh,
gotta remember, this is America, so you can go to a flea market and do this, and there is no paper trail then.
yeah, it really depends on how motivated the populace is.
We went from Gundam to fucking. Is Lundy done with his thing? Because I want to fucking. You know, I'm gonna add him and be like, "You done? Because come in here, you dumb." Skull's here.
But going back to Gundam, like there are some cool fucking world building things that some of the more modern Gundams have kind of done. Like Thunderbolt's added a few
Be
things here.
good.
Yeah, they're good. They've added more to the Universal Century. Like Thunderbolt's done that. Origin's kind of done that. Which is kind of nice. I haven't really gotten around to actually watching season 2 of Origin though, mainly because I didn't like how the ending of season 1 of Origin and not Origin, my bad. Haven't seen season 2 of Thunderbolt. Um Mainly because season 1, while I like season 1 of Thunderbolt, I didn't really like the very end of it. Which is Gundam Pilot has fucked up like royally in about every regard, and we're gonna give him an our Gundam because reasons. That I wasn't too terribly thrilled of.
To be fair, there are probably reasons in Thunderbolt because they do show that the governments like spend a lot of time and energy and money investing like trying to fucking train up these pilots and shit. So I can kind of get them being like, look, you fucked up, but in the long term, it would be more expensive and fucking like it'd be worse for us to fire you and train up a new person.
Yeah, see, the thing is though, is that what I don't get about Gundam is it is kind of all over the place when it comes to certain things. Like
Especially with the
if you're
fucking
just going off like how the
Federation and their bullshit new type fucking
Yeah.
bullshit.
Well,
Because
no,
you
I'm
only
more
got
talking.
so many new types, you know.
Well, I'm more talking about Earth Federation in like how they conduct themselves because like if you go off of Stardust Memory and like Thunderbolt, it
They're the bad
apparently
guys.
well they don't really like you. What a Gundam pilot gets a big fucking slap on the wrist when they do some shit that would be life imprisonment if not execution in our nations. Like I don't know, fucking in Stardust Memory, how many times did they like illegally use a Gundam to fucking go do something stupid or like actually stole one from a research facility?
You know what I kind of would like to see as a Gundam like side series is just like the politics of this fucking world.
Yeah, it's got to be
Like,
also
what are the
weird.
fucking war conventions like?
At Origin, kind of, sort of showed us
Because
a
yeah,
little bit.
like we got some of like like the peace treaties between like Earth and the colonies and all that stuff.
Also another thing is, it's like there's that, and then Thunderbolt, this fucking dude like gets his fucking Gundam fucking pretty much jacked by Xeon to be fucking reverse engineered and looked into, and
Like,
his
can you just give a fucking Gundam like a Fat Man from Fallout, but like with an actual size nuke? Is that like allowed in the Gundam universe?
wait, give a Gundam a nuke? Yeah,
Yeah, just a nuke launcher, like fuck
yeah,
again, like a Fat Boy, but with an actual size nuke.
Matt, Matt, that's part of the entire plot of Stardust Memory.
Look, like a lot of the Gundams blur together, except for Iron Blood Orphans, because that one was like, let's just fucking melee weapons.
So Matt, Stars Memory is the one that I was showing you guys that like you just walked in and went, "Wow, this is really dumb," and kind of left because of how fucking obvious
Oh yeah,
they were telegraphing something was going to happen. But yeah, the entire like one of the major plot points in that entire story is that our Federation developed pretty much a Gundam that is a Metal Gear. It's a nuclear. It's like it's a walking, moving
a
nuclear
weapon
platform.
smash Metal Gear.
Yeah, something like that. And Xeon regiments like pretty much hopped into the base and stole it while it was like armed with a live nuke.
Here's the thing, though, like nukes are kind of worthless in the long term in the Gundam universe because you have a weapon that actually surpasses it. The colony drops.
You do. However, here's one thing: one, in that same fucking plot, they do use colony drops, and two, nukes aren't useless when you come up with a extremely stupid contrived reason of why it's actually going to be effective.
I guess you could nuke a military base.
No, no. So Matt. So this is one of the major reasons why I argue the Earth Federation is pretty much primarily based off the British. Is that they do something that is so fucking stupidly it's
Also, like Trident,
Triton.
where it's just like, hey, we have like fucking 6 subs and nobody knows where they are and they're all armed with nukes. And if we get nuked and they don't get a message, guess what? Like they're just firing their 6 fucking nukes at the closest fucking targets.
See, I wasn't really going that route. I was more going with like I can't remember what the British call it, but I think it's the Naval Review. It's
Be
supposed,
fair, I only think like 2 to 4 of the fucking subs are actively out in the ocean because I think they always keep like 2
yeah, but
in dock.
Matt, this thing that I believe the British do, I think it's called Naval Review. It's where they like gather up their navy to like into one spot to like have it be a show of military might. So like all their warships, all their stuff, like it all like
Oh yeah, nukes. Yeah, nukes would be useful in that situation. Then,
yeah, and guess what the Earth Federation does for no reason.
just like, hey, we're gonna call a military review because I don't know. Like, I just thought of it this morning. I'm Space Trump. We're
Yeah,
gonna have such a great military review. It's gonna be the best. I'm told.
oh, also, you people that were not dealing with me when Trump was trying to do the entire fucking Fourth of July military parade thing, and they kept showing pictures of fucking armored fighting vehicles, not tanks.
Yeah. We're gonna have tanks for the Gundams, and the Gundams are gonna drive in the tanks. And it's just gonna be for the parade, everybody.
So
I forget. Have they ever? They've made vehicles for the Gundams before, right?
vehicles, like things they can operate.
Yeah.
Uh, To my knowledge, no, unless you count certain things, because there's the little jet platforms that they'll hop onto.
Yeah,
But
like the Johnny Quest jet platforms.
yeah, there's those.
Or if you want to go like real like God, I can't believe that. Like, yeah, this is a more obscure reference than Johnny Quest, but like the fucking little tiny rings they used to fucking wheel out the wrestlers in WrestleMania.
So there's that. There's the little orbital. There's like the little floating sniper platforms that I can't remember what manga that those are
Does
from.
Master Asia's Horse Gundam count, or does it not count because it actually uses a horse?
You see, that's the thing is that all the examples I can come up with are just extensions of the suit, or they're fucking just, or
It's
they have
actually
an
somebody act
articulate.
pilot in it.
Yeah, so like there's like the little platforms. There's Thunderbolt's cannons that the Zaku's operate, or the fucking Xeon suits operate. But that's just a really big like artillery like piece or something. And the last one I come up with is in Unicorn. The fucking like Neozagong has like a mobile suit that like slides into a like bigger suit.
I just want somebody to make a Gundam fucking just a Gundam fucking motorcycle in a Gundam series.
To be honest, I'll probably give it to the Mexican Gundam, Tequila Gundam.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Well, because apparently I didn't know this because I don't pay attention to the fighter or build fighter fucking like series or whatever. That apparently he came back
Yeah,
that suit. Like they're having him fill out like the Desperado like motif.
and he's cool.
Yeah, because like he's doing Desperado. I guess Crossbone does the pirate thing. I don't know.
Ah,
Which makes
Tequila Gundam.
yep. Um. Anyway, so there was something I was gonna say about fucking about. Oh yeah, so going back to fucking just how weird Earth Federation is when it comes to their shit. So yeah, like fucking like joyriding a Gundam, fucking stealing Gundam. I think like a year in prison or whatever, or like in Thunderbolt, fucking like you get like a Gundam stolen, you get a new Gundam. I guess I don't know, and like we're gonna wag our finger at
Okay,
you
like
and
I
bring you
said,
the
it might
Zaku.
be, especially in Thunderbolt, it makes sense where it's like, especially on the colony side, because it's like, okay, yeah, this is like a super special Zaku, but like, let's be honest, it's just a fucking Zaku, you know?
Yeah, but in fucking Thunderbolt, like the dude's not super special. He's not some type of new type. He's not like some guy who like has connections. He's just was like a gem. He was like a gem pilot who was just all right.
True. But
Like
like a lot of the focus in Thunderbolt, especially in the first season, is like the training like all the pilots went through and stuff, and like how much like time and effort the military takes into fucking like
wait,
just turning
what?
people into fucking weapons.
I don't know about training. Literally, they like there's he only has like one other buddy that's not like one of the fucking child soldiers, and they just kind of ship out a Gundam to him and pretty much like, hey, you're like one of the more skilled pilots in this particular area, so you're gonna use the heavy arm, or you're gonna use the
I'm
little
talking
arm.
about stuff like, dude losing his legs and then basically just being like,
Yeah, but
"Yeah,
that's
we're gonna
the
put some
Zaku pilot.
stumps on him, and we're gonna put some stumps on you so you can still pilot the fucking suit.
Yeah, but that's the
You
Zaku
ain't out of
pilot.
this fucking war."
That's the Zaku
Yeah,
pilot, not
like
the
I said,
Gundam
it's
pilot.
more so on the Zaka. It's more so on like the colony side,
Yeah, like it's more like the Zaku pilot goes through some shit and all the way up to
because low
fucking.
key, fucking Gundam Thunderbolt should have been called fucking Zaku Thunderbolt.
Yeah, because the Zaku pilot, if you're just following like traditional storytelling, the Zaku pilot's more actually the protagonist here than the Gundam pilot. The Gundam pilot's more the villain of anything. I mean, fuck, we had the
Yeah,
Zaku, we
I
had the
mean,
Zaku.
really, the Federation as a whole is the villain.
But yeah, so anyway, going back to,
I guess both sides are just a villain. I don't know.
but going back to Earth Federation, their fucking weird rules. So those two instances, nothing. But apparently in '08 MS Team, if like a MS pilot shows cowardice, like you can get into a summary execution situation. Which that
True.
that comes off more as like like the I guess the caricature that people like to paint up like World War II USSR type shit. Like keep going forward. If you like one step back equals bullet in the back of the head type of shit. Which I wouldn't doubt that existing with how fucking much the 1 Year War is built up as a total war that led to like I wouldn't say necessarily near to human extinction, but definitely fucking destroyed a lot of the human population. Which also, another thing that fucking Gundam doesn't do is what about all the rebuilding that happened after the 1 Year War?
Don't think about it.
I'm just saying, I mean, like, especially with Origin kind of goes into like, yeah, so the colony drop like did a lot more damage to the plant than just taking out Sydney. Like, it caused like ecological damage. like, like it did some huge tidal waves
Yeah,
and just like took out. Yeah, it's like took out a lot of shit.
it would have been probably an extinction level event for a lot of creatures.
Yeah, so there's that.
Australia's ecosystem would probably be fucked. Like, say goodbye to all the fucking marsupials and monotremes.
To be fair, it is Australia though. I don't know how much of damage that actually would have done. To be honest, you probably would have pissed off most of the creatures on the continent. You would have killed them.
It would have probably killed some of them. Like koalas. Like koalas is stupid. Like you kill eucalyptus. Like you kill the koalas. Like they're so. I'll be honest. Like koalas are like a species where it's like I don't want to actively like kill them, but it's kind of clear to me that this is an evolutionary dead end.
Matt's very much final solution, but just for koalas.
It's not really final solution. It's just more like, look, you could probably be spending that conservation money better than trying to save koalas. Like, come on, man. Like,
But they're small.
the,
They're cute. They're like teddy bears.
they are, but like they're fucking just rife with chlamydia, and they eat only one fucking plant that's fucking poisonous.
Also, if I recall correctly, aren't koalas kind of mean?
Yeah, koalas are mean, and they're also legitimately the dumbest mammal.
Yeah, because aren't they? I think they're kind of like in the same boat as like emus.
They're smooth brains. They don't have any like wrinkles in their brains. They're literal fucking smooth brain fucking morons.
Going back to the final solution talk.
Look, this is just fucking science, Skull. I'm sorry.
I just
But like koalas are fucking dumb. Like you literally fucking pick a eucalyptus leaf off of a fucking tree and show it to a koala. Guess what? Koala don't know what to fucking do with it.
measuring. Yeah, Matt's very much into measuring fucking like skull pan fucking sizes, but only for koalas.
Well, again, this has nothing to do with their skull pan. It's just like marsupials are really primitive mammals, and koalas are some of the more primitive fucking marsupials, even more primitive than fucking possums.
Also another thing with Gundam is the fact that Thunderbolt actually shows like factions that are not, to my knowledge, associated with either fucking Earth Federation or Xeon having mobile suits. With the Hell Child, the unwanted one, the one where they took Zaku parts and Gem parts and made them together to make a mobile suit.
There should be like suicide bomber fucking mechs. That'd be fun.
Well, to be honest, with how if they want to go with they want to go with the Nazi motif. I mean,
Oh yeah, OA team did do fucking suicide Gundams. Never mind. Well, suicide Zaku's, but
I don't think it really did Suicide Zaku's. I don't
And I
recall.
guess the fucking dolls.
I don't recall.
Like they use the dolls and fucking Wing for fucking suicide attacks. But does that really count because they were just robots?
I don't really recall MS Team having Suicide Zaku's. I recalled them having people in like inexperienced people inside Zaku's who would like try to like berserk rush fucking enemies with guns.
The Inafi is saying GMs.
Okay, I don't recall there being like I don't recall there being suicidal gems in OMST. I don't recall any because when I'm thinking like suicidal, I'm thinking like they built it to do that. Like it tucks up like a huge
Instead
fucking
of like a circumstance of like, oh, we're being surrounded and like I can take out like a
yeah.
bunch of people if I overload my core.
Like when I'm thinking of suicide like Jim, Suicide Zaku, I'm thinking of like like where Unit One and fucking Evangelion takes that like N2 bomb and like pretty much like put and holds onto it like a football, and just like
So Inafi
flames
says
something.
Inafi says they were zerging an underground base with GMs, hoping one would go critical mass.
I don't recall that at all actually.
I think that counts.
Yeah, I don't recall them like I don't recall that. Because I recall in OAMS team them using totally not nukes on
You know
Federation.
what this means? We need to get everybody back together and watch another Gundam series.
Uh,
We need to reunite the band one last time, Skull.
I have to do that with Xenogears. Oh, by the way, with Xenogears, by the way, we're gonna have to start from the beginning.
Fine, I'm okay with that.
There's
I actually prefer that because now I can be angrier because it's like I've seen shit, man. I
well,
did my first tour in Xenogears and it changed me, man.
the reason why is because a
I
few.
got a fucking got a necklace earring. A
So
necklace earring. God damn it, I'm fucking dumb.
so the reason why is because
Do you think anybody ever took the fucking I'm sorry to fucking interrupt, Skull, but I just
That's all
had
right.
a random dumb thing pop into my head. You
Mhm.
think anybody ever took fucking like, the fucking ear necklaces in Nam, right?
Yes, that trope.
You think they made other jewelry? Like, you think
Well,
somebody
their
was
other
like,
or something or
I'm
their
gonna make some
testicles.
earrings?
Oh, okay, you're talking about different types of earrings. I don't know. Like I was thinking other body parts. Like I could totally see some fucking crazed ass fucker like making a fucking necklace out of like scrotums.
Well, they did make like finger necklaces too. Like,
Yeah,
well, that
like
goes, plus with finger bones, you can kind of be like, "Ooh, this isn't a human bone.
I know what you're
So
talking
it
about.
was a little, yeah, it's a little rat that I killed in the jungle.
hmm Um.
But yeah, we got to start over Xenogears because
Well, so when I was working at work and I couldn't really do much else for my own social hobbies, I managed to rebuild my like my equipment for collection, which has actually gotten better. And I've managed to get a hold of all of it's going to be not real time, but all of it's going to be real hardware, no emulation. So you're going to see footage from Xenogears from an actual PS1.
I'm sure that's like going to mean nothing to me in the long run.
Oh yeah,
I'm going to hate it equally.
there's that. Also, all three of the Xenosagas I do have finally in PS2. Xenosaga
It
Fleet.
really fucking pisses me off that fucking series gets a fucking goddamn rep in Smash before fucking literally so many other fucking characters.
Or series.
Like fucking, we get a fucking Xeno character before we got Dragon Warrior.
Yeah, like Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest. At least to my knowledge, I don't have any Dragon Quest characters in there, do they?
Well, Dragon Quest and Dragon Warrior are the same thing.
Oh, my bad. Um.
I don't think they call it Dragon Warrior anymore in the West, though.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's
So
a
I should just say Dragon Quest.
so it's a Robotech Macross situation. Okay.
Yeah, because apparently somebody in Japan in the 80s was like, Americans are too stupid to understand Quest. Let's put Warrior because they love blood and killing things.
So also in my collection of JRPGs, I've been trying to build other collections outside of Xenogears. 'Cause I've been trying to find something as dark or as fun as Xenogears, in my opinion.
Fun and Xenogears.
Well, I am masochistic.
It's a weird combination. Weird combination of words.
And also, I do love how you've gotten mad at Xenogears, and all you've really seen is like I don't know, like half the Bart saga.
Yeah, and it's like just immediately turned me against it. It just made me go like, I hate this.
Yeah, it
This
like
is so fucking boring and banal.
let's see, boring and banal. That is, yeah, that kind of describes the series in a nutshell, really.
I guess I was just fucking. I guess I was just being redundant there because boring and banal are basically synonyms.
Well, the funniest thing is I have episode 1 and 2 completed. I
I mean,
haven't
I
played.
guess it's not Final Fantasy, so that's why everybody loves it so much. Because it's like, oh, look, it's a game from Square that's different.
Um,
Ooh, you should do Vagrant Story.
there's actually there's a lot of PS1 era games that I've gotten like Final Fantasy Tactics. I've gotten that on disc finally.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. You should do Vagrant Story and then Final Fantasy Tactics. Because a huge benefit to Final Fantasy Tactics, Skull, in
Mhm.
terms of like PlayStation 1 RPGs, Final Fantasy Tactics is one fucking disc.
Yep. Another thing that's actually probably gonna be hard to get a hold of is the entire
You do have to fucking grind, though.
Tactics
I'm not
board.
gonna lie. Like, Skull, have you ever played Tactics before?
So the thing is, I've never actually
Oh,
played the original.
Tactics Org? Yeah, Tactics Org is fucking great.
Oh yeah, but getting a hold of actual physical copies of all that's gonna be kind of
That's
difficult.
on PlayStation 2.
Yeah, but you're going
You
through.
get Ogre Battle. You get the.
You're doing hardware. You're doing like
I
software.
will warn you though.
Right.
The original Ogre Battle.
Yes.
Sorry, Skull.
It's all right.
I was just gonna say the original Ogre Battle is. It's a weird game,
Yeah, I've seen
and
footage of it.
knowing you, it's gonna frustrate you a lot because there's a lot of fucking moments in that game where like you can change the fucking story in very subtle fucking ways and not even realize it.
And that's why you have a guide. Because while I do like playing games
Like
for my
on the
own,
first map alone, there's like two secrets on the first map alone that like if you don't fucking get them, it changes the fucking course of the game like right out of the fucking gate.
oh, also another thing, I was looking into Fire Emblem, in those games, and something I didn't realize is how much,
Yeah,
well, because I played the two on
they're
the
just a
GBA.
dating sim.
Well, no, because the ones I played were pre all that. Back when the strategy,
Dating sim.
yeah, back before it became a dating sim. But I didn't realize because I never really paid attention to it when I was younger. How much of that game is really just art, like how much you're gonna get fucked by an RNG, which is
Oh yeah, like the level. I do not understand the level up system. Like whoever did.
I love the level up system
Why
for that.
don't you change that?
Well, I love the level up system
I
because
hate it.
it's the biggest troll of fucking like trying to get the strategy game to work. It's why I
I
like
will
it so
literally
much.
fucking restart. I'll restart an entire fucking map from the fucking beginning if I see that fucking 1 HP fucking bullshit pop up.
Oh no, I've gotten nothing. I've gotten that before. Have you seen those?
I'd
I've got,
rather have nothing. The 1 HP bullshit is like the bigger insult.
But no, like, because I always saw as a kid that like, okay, you get random stats, but like it's not truly random. Like it'll randomize what levels I'll get them, but like by the one time I get to level 20 or like level 20 promoted, it's always going to equal out to about the same when it comes to my stats. And
Yeah.
then when I got older and started looking at Fire, I was like, oh no, that's not really the case. No, you can just have a character who is just gimped because fucking you just had a lot of bad fucking levels, and that's kind of amazing actually. Like I was watching a playthrough of it, and like of the original Fire Emblem, which I think is called Blazing Sword or whatever, like the actual true name of it, not because when it got over here to America, it was just called Fire Emblem. And that game, fucking the dude's like his thief, like he put like 7 levels into it and didn't get a single point of strength, and it's a thief, so it's already like not doing good in like the might, but like the might department. So like it's doing only like 1 or 2
I'll
points of
fucking
damage.
yeah. I'll like kind of hate Fire Emblem. Not gonna lie. Now that I think about it, don't much care for it.
Well, there's that, and also I kind of like it. It's like okay, it's kind of like lighthearted fucking anime Game of Thrones, really.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, like if you think about it, because like it's not really doing. Because for me, like seeing the character interactions or the little cutscenes or whatever, it's like okay, so they're kind of not really doing a lot of the bigger fucking like things I would associate with, like JRPG, like high fantasy shit.
It's
So
not as much rape.
yeah, see, that's why I put lighthearted.
I
It's
guess
like
there's some rape in like the Japanese versions.
like there's murder, like there is a number of murder, but like when it comes to rape, no, not really. So
Yeah, Fire Emblem's dumb. It's a bad game. Don't buy it. That's what I've come to.
um I think the only ones I enjoyed are the ones that are apparently are qualified as the what if or fucking like outside scenario ones.
Hey Nintendo, how about you make a good RPG like fucking Golden Sun 3, you fucks?
Actually that's there's a lot of people that there's actually a number of people who don't like Golden Sun, which is interesting.
Yeah, they're called bad people.
Well, no, because apparently I can't remember the name of the game, but it's on the PS1. It's the one that Camelot did before Golden Sun. I think it's Beyond the Beyond. I think is what it's
Yeah.
called. And watching a playthrough of that, you can definitely see a lot of design elements that would be in the Golden Sun series later.
Well, you know what, jackasses? The Final Fantasy games up until fucking 8. Also,
Ooh, that's an
Dragon
R one.
Quest.
That's an R1 actually, Matt. That I might have to pop in because that one is fucking difficult to follow.
8?
Final Fantasy 8, and it's not because it's complicated. I think it's because it's so fucking nebulous in its story. It's hard to keep track.
I mean, it's getting that remake soon. I mean, not re-release.
Yeah, because I might have to actually do that because it's always it's one of those like you try to remember back to what happened in FF8, and I remember parts of it, but then it turns into this entire like, yeah, what was the fucking main plot? What was like the main fucking overarching goal in that game?
You know what I can never remember? Whatever happens to the fucking dude who cuts fucking not Cloud's face in the beginning? Like, I know he gets like brainwashed by the fucking witch lady from the future
Hmm.
or the past. She's something in time. So, but I don't remember what happens to him. I'm like, do you fight him at the end?
I
Or
don't
does he
know.
just die? Like, I kind of like, I think I vaguely remember him just dying randomly in a cutscene and it being like, wait, what?
Oh, that reminds me. Yeah, actually, when I get done with Xenogears, I don't know if I'm
Also,
gonna go
remember the fucking, like, the reveal
reveal.
one thing I do remember with fucking Crystal Clarity Skull, right? Because it's so out of fucking left field, is the fucking reveal of like the dude who actually started the gardens, and it's like a giant Jabba the fucking Hut man, and it's like, what the fuck is this?
Like Aknug or
what are
something.
you doing, game?
Yeah, I think I know.
Yeah, and he's got like a dumb name like Aknug.
Yeah, and you fucking kill him in his little fucking like hibernation pod. And
You know what? I'm gonna say this, right? I stand for fucking. I stand with Final Fantasy X, right?
Mhm.
And Final Fantasy X gets a lot of shit, but at least it upfronted like, hey, this is a weird world with weird fucking races in it. So you're not surprised when you see like fucking Seymour, you know? You're not surprised when you see like a big like a dude with orangutan arms and like fucked up hair and like elf ears, you know? Because it's like, okay, I've been hanging out with like a giant 12-foot tall cat man for like the last 10 hours, so okay, this makes sense. We got the orangutan arm people.
see, the one I'm trying to figure out is if I need to actually do the original game, the first game or not. I want to do Chrono Cross because Chrono Cross is also one of those fucking just kind of weird PS1 JRPGs. And to be
You know
honest,
what is funny?
what?
Lundy's doing Chrono Trigger right, well, on and off.
Hmm. To be honest, I don't. I understand the appeal of Chrono Trigger. I just can never. I've never really gotten into it.
Why don't you like beautiful things, Skull?
Well, it's mainly because I actually really don't like the JRPG fucking genre that much. To be kind of perfectly frank. Um,
Acceptable answer.
well, to be fair, I mean, like I really don't like it. Though to be fair, also to be fair, Chrono Trigger I don't think follows the JRPG formula that like it does and it doesn't. I don't know how you would
Not
recall
really.
by that.
That's why I love fucking the Square games from like. That's why I know everybody loves the fucking PlayStation 1 era when it comes to fucking RPGs, and I get it. Because it is technically the fucking golden era of like console RPGs.
Well, to be honest, it's kind of like it's like the inner war period when it comes to tanks. It's just like everyone's experimenting. No
But
one
like,
knows
I
what's
really
going to be
love the
the
fucking
route.
Super Nintendo era of RPGs.
Yeah, thing is though, is from what I've seen from the SNES era of JRPGs, they're all kind of much more similar to each other than that of the PS1 era.
Nah, you had a lot of weird shit like Secret of Evermore, Secret of Mana,
Wait,
Terranigma.
wait. Okay, wait, no, Terra Nigma, I don't think you can count as a JRPG really, because that's an action RPG. First off,
Look, it's got level ups.
it doesn't even have a proper, if I recall correctly, because I haven't played much of Terra Nigma. I played its predecessor, Illusion of Gaia, a fuck
Also, I'm gonna
ton.
throw in fucking Soul Blazer too, and yeah, Illusion of Gaia. Like, there's a lot of fucking.
Illusion of Gaia doesn't even have even a fucking properly functioning currency.
I mean, look.
Like, like
Sometimes with experimentation, Skull, you get one of those weird fucking planes that has like the giant spring in the middle of it and like 12 fucking wings.
yeah, it's got the ass propeller skull, don't you know?
Yeah, it's got the fucking slinky propeller. Like, come on.
Yeah, but the thing is though, is that like if we're counting Illusion of Gaia as a JRPG, then we have to count like Legend of Zelda as
Look,
JRPGs.
Skull. I would count. Like, yeah, you know what? I will fucking do that. Remember, Skull, you're talking to the man who's willing to fuck Wilbur the pig to win a fucking argument here.
I'm just saying. I mean,
I'm willing to argue that Legend of Zelda is a JRPG.
like I would more argue that in the SNES era, what we would come to know as like the tropes when it comes to JRPGs, were still being like pounded out and defined. I think that's why you get these more like
Also,
action.
I'm not saying it's the actual fucking like golden era of RPGs.
Mhm.
I'm not that dumb. I'm just saying I like the experimentation of like the Super Nintendo era of like I don't know, like fucking what I don't know. Like let's have an RPG where it's just about evolution.
Yeah, yeah, Evo the Search for Eden. Yeah, that can be fun. I think
Or
with
like
the PS
fucking seventh
Seven
is it
Saga.
seventh rune or seventh I think it's yeah, seventh saga. That one's fucking weird compared to like it's a weird game.
I think with the
And you can
PS1,
fuck yourself so fucking easily in it.
I think the PS1 era did more just I don't know if experimentation of story because I can't really think of that many instances where it got outside of its like certain mechanics. Because like I can think of maybe a
Well,
very small amount of JRPGs that
stories did get longer
well stories got
and more
longer.
intricate because it's like, hey, we got more room because we're on CDs now.
Yeah, but that's not always a good thing. Matter of fact, I would actually argue that's a
No, it's
detriment.
not.
I would actually argue that's a pretty big detriment for
Sometimes it's a detriment.
like because if you have someone who's competent in story writing who can deal with that much room with that and because of the like how much you're gonna have to write, that works. But if you have someone who if this forgets shit half the time, it like pretty much if you have
Like,
like
and yeah, there were series that made it work,
like
like
if
the
you
Ogre series. Hey, you know what? Thinking about it, Skull, the series that did it were series that had like one singular person like focusing on the story, which could be a good thing and a bad thing because we're not getting new Suikoden or fucking Ogre Battle because both of those guys are fucking dead, and the dude who did Final Fantasy Tactics, he went fucking crazy.
okay looks at Evangelion going crazy does not necessarily make it where you can't do it. It's just gonna change some
Look, he
factors.
didn't come back. He, he didn't come back though. That's the problem. It wasn't like, oh, he was crazy. It's like, no, it drove him crazy. Get it? Like, as in present tense.
He started seeing everything isometric. Um. So yeah, but like,
I
what is
forget though if you're supposed to play Vagrant Story before or after Final Fantasy Tactics. I
also
think it's a prequel.
thinking about it? I'm pretty sure. I think the PS1 era, in comparison to SNES, I think is where like JRPG story writers got more into the entire like if we make it like groomy and darker topics or darker stories, that makes it more mature or
What
more
came out first, Skull? Vagrant Story or Kingsfield?
probably Vagrant Story if I had to guess. Kingsfield,
Because
if I
I'm
recall correctly, is pretty early in the PS1's era.
because I'm thinking about because I'm thinking about Vagrant Story right now, and I'm like, did From Software rip off Vagrant Story for Kingsfield? In terms of like what they were trying to do?
Oh yeah, Vagrant Story is vastly later in the
Okay,
PS1.
Vagrant Story. Okay, Vagrant. Yeah, because like I think, because yeah, that was like, yeah, I think that was a later game because like Square Enix was like, we're gonna make like a 3D action RPG game, and it's going to be inside of this big city, and there's going to be lots of places to go. And you know, the way they get around it is like everybody in the city has mysteriously vanished, so there's no NPCs, and half the buildings are fucking boarded up.
Yeah, Matt, like to give you an idea of how much of a disparity there is, like so Kingsfield 2, which is what we Americans are familiar with as Kingsfield, because
Yeah.
Kingsfield 1, if I recall correctly, never made it outside of Japan. That's 95. Vagrant Story is 2000. Yeah, Vagrant Story is like tail
Like
end of the PS1 era.
a
Yeah.
year before the fucking PlayStation 1 just 9/11, the fucking Dreamcast.
Yeah, and to be honest, like that kind of makes sense because I think from what little I have seen of Vagrant Story, it's a pretty fucking advanced PS1 game for like the PS1 when it comes to like
Yeah,
textures and graphics.
I mean, I was shitting on it a bit with like, oh, they cut a lot of corners, but look, those were corners you had to cut, really, with the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, so like I remember that.
Like, during that era, you had to have fog, and like, they were smart about it, like Silent Hill, where they were like, hey, let's actually work in the fog as an actual fucking lore element in the game.
Yeah, which was a good idea. But yeah, man, I have feeling because are you how familiar are you with Chrono Cross?
Like, I'm fairly familiar. I haven't played it in years, though, so
Okay, did you get to the end of the game?
yeah, or at
Okay.
least one of the endings. See, that's what bugged me about Chrono Cross over Chrono Trigger is like all of like the alternate fucking stuff is like way more of a fucking dick to get than Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't recall. I don't. Does Chrono Cross have multiple endings?
It has like I want to say it has at least like 3.
Well, there's an ending. There's an endings guide. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that means there's at least more than one.
Because
Five.
I know there's like the one. So there's 5. I was 2
No,
off.
there's 12. There's
I
12.
underballed it.
No, no, no. I didn't.
Oh god, I really underballed it.
There's 12 of the fuckers. Yeah, the game apparently has 12 endings in all.
Wow.
Um.
So yeah, like,
However, the
and
thing
to
is
be fair,
though.
Chrono Trigger again. Yeah,
So apparently, there's only two endings are available in your initial playthrough. The other 10 are
yeah,
for like continue plus and shit.
yeah. And to be fair, Chrono Trigger did this shit too. But the big thing with Chrono Trigger, you can beat Chrono Trigger in 16 fucking hours.
Yeah,
You literally beat Chrono Trigger over a weekend.
to be honest, I don't know how much.
Chrono Cross is a fucking 50 plus hour RPG.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And also, if I recall correctly, it gets kind of dickish near the end because it's not like
It
it's
really fucking does.
because if I recall correctly, Chrono Cross introduced it still uses turn-based combat like every other JRPG I think that was started to become like the most operandi around this era was the turn-based shit. I think a few games didn't do it, but I think that's where it started to become more and more the thing. I'm not sure though.
You know what I
Um,
also hated was like all the all like just the useless roster of characters.
oh what like the fucking 100 something characters you can have and it they kind of ran into the fucking problem of having that many characters, which is like, okay, how do we have them interact with this plot? We'll just give like all of them like the same dialogue, but we'll have like funny little like quips or like changes in
So he
their.
like I wonder if it was like somebody at Square was like, I like what Suikoden did with like its 100 characters. Like, let's do something similar. But like Suikoden at least had like there are core characters. So even if you go out of your way to recruit as few fucking characters as possible, like you're always gonna have Victor, you're always gonna have Felix, you're always gonna have like Humphrey.
Yeah, and see that's the problem with Chrono Cross is that Chrono Cross has that too, but it only has it with like two characters.
Yeah, like the fucking
The blonde
I can't
like
I
Sid,
can't even remember his name and the girl.
yeah, like not Ryu and fucking the Australian girl. And like that's it. Like Because like if I recall correctly, how it usually works is like you would
You
usually
know
just
what it is?
what?
You know what it is called? Like it is like literally, if in Chrono Trigger, if in Chrono Trigger, every character except for fucking like Chrono and fucking Meryl were just like fucking Magnus, where they were just optional fucking characters you could recruit.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, that's the thing is that if I recall correctly, you can do like because usually how it would work is you would have a party of 3 characters at a time on the field. And the third character would be the stand-in for one of the 100 characters, like optional characters you can recruit, but they would always kind of pretty much say the same thing as any of the other 100. It would just change up something like in their little dialogue box about how they would go
I
about it.
remember the mermaid.
Yeah, the mermaid, for example, like her entire fucking thing was that she would put an umlaut on like everything, which again, like I do English. I'm American. I like my English is very fucking basic, so I don't even know how you would go about pronouncing an umlaut, particularly on the characters that she's putting them on. So I don't even know how that changes up her accent. So there's that. The clown, for example, had a French accent, or at least a very bad fake French accent, like based off the dialogue and things of that nature.
I literally zoned out and forgot we were talking about fucking
Chrono
Chrono
Trigger.
Cross.
Yeah. But the reason why I want to do Chrono Cross is because of its fucking horrific tone shift that it has.
Oh yeah.
Because that's something that can really cause some whiplash if you're not expecting it to come in. Because like for example, Xenogears kind of telegraphs to you early that it's gonna be doing some fucked up shit or doing, and by fucked up shit I mean by like JRPG anime standards.
I mean, yeah, they burned the first city. They,
Well,
they got the anime playbook down. They're like, look, we want to show people that shit can get real in this fucking game. You burn down the starting town. Like
well,
you let people faff about in the starting town for like 40 fucking minutes just doing random fucking bullshit, and then you burn it down.
oh, also speaking about guide, like keeping a guide on you at times, Xenogears is bad about this.
I mean, to
Cause
be fair, that was a big pull with like the fucking that it's something that doesn't get talked about like a lot now
what strategy guide
because it's
like
not as
industry?
big. Yeah, the strategy guide fucking bullshit. Like Final Fantasy 9, a big reason it fucking failed was because the strategy guide got fucking delayed by 6 fucking months.
Yeah, cause like in that starting town that you can very easily just blow the fuck up within like 30 minutes
Also,
of beating the game. Like there is so much shit in there you
I
can
don't know if you
miss.
know this about Final Fantasy 9, Skull.
What?
I don't know if you know this about Final Fantasy 9, but the strategy guide, not only was it delayed by like 6 months, like a good chunk of it, like 75% of it was like, if you want to see how the solution to this puzzle, visit www.squareenix.com/ Final Fantasy 9 semicolon blah blah blah. And you gotta remember, this is like fucking 90s internet. The people still have dial-up. Like a lot of people don't even have internet in their
Computers.
houses at this point.
Yeah, like this is so not a good idea. Oh wow. That
Again, this is why like Suikoden is. This is why Suikoden's legitimately like Suikoden and fucking Tales of Destiny are like my two favorite fucking RPGs on the fucking PlayStation and Suikoden too because like they don't fuck you. Like having a guide helps, but you don't need one.
also going back to Xenogears real quick.
Like if you pay attention and are observant, you can get all 108 fucking stars. I got all 108. You know why I had to look up the fucking guide for Suikoden when the first time I played it? It's because I couldn't beat the final boss because it's such a huge fucking spike in difficulty.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I was like,
Though I'm not very
but
familiar with
fucking level drop. I have to be to beat this asshole.
There's something else I was gonna say. But yeah, with
I did
Xenogears,
have to look up how to get certain people in Suikoden too, but that's because you can get multiple people in different slots. So you can get like an octopus or like a griffin.
huh?
I went with the octopus because octopus is funnier.
Um, but considering Xenogears has like fucking its progenitor like series that inspired it the most being Evangelion, I think that kind of hints at how much it's wanting to do dark shit. But
Also, it just starts with like random anime nice lady just getting murked.
wait, what?
You know, the sister.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. When you said start up, I was thinking the spaceship out in space getting like but death by worms. I didn't go with like, okay, wait, no, you're talking about the fucking you're talking about the obvious they were gonna do a love interest like story setup with this character, and then they went nope and just blew her up because they do the entire fucking awkward like paint by numbers fucking anime scene with that character. You know, maybe I'll just do some Xenogears tonight. Catch up more footage because I don't want to do any type of LP of it until I have the entire thing done.
Yeah.
Because one and done, but it's gonna take a while because Xenogears I would probably argue is probably one of the biggest fucking JRPGs I think I've seen on the PS1.
I hate it. I just hate it so much. So it's a bad game.
Um,
Bad game, bad story.
not trying to draw upon its fucking the fan base that likes to protect fucking Evangelion and try to argue it's a deconstruction of fucking mecha anime, which I would still argue what the fuck is deconstructing. Um, because to me it just looks like a honestly kind of generic fucking like mecha versus kaiju fucking story setup, and it kind of loses the process like about 3/4 of the way in. Anyway, but when it comes to fucking Xenogears, I don't know how you I don't know how you would call it a good or bad game. If you base it off JRPGs, yeah, there's a lot of elements of it that are bad, but I also don't know if those are necessarily like if someone will make that fucking stupid deconstruction fucking argument and not want to back it up whatsoever. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like if you look at
I
it
was
from
yelling at
being
Monty.
hence someone who would make that bad deconstruction argument. But yeah, if you look at fucking like how like it does its items, how it does its encounters, how it does um any of the story flow in that game, all of it is fucking bad in comparison to other JRPGs. I mean, like for example, with Xenogears, it's very easy to accidentally lose out on the opportunity to grind, which is I don't think I've ever seen a JRPG do that before. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's something you usually kind of want to
No,
look.
they have done that. Dragon Quest likes to do that a lot.
Okay, do you understand what I mean by opportunity to grind though?
Yeah.
Because like Xenogears puts like two fucking 30-minute long ass like cutscene sections, and they have like both connect by like 5 seconds of you being able to walk around in a fucking base. And if you go in the wrong door, you trigger the next 30-minute fucking bullshit instead of being able to go outside and grind and level up.
Yay, Lundy's here. Why do you like Xenogears? You're bad for it.
Is that literally why you called me in here? Is that why you've been badgering me?
No, because you're my friend and I like spending time with you. But also because of Xenogears.
Sadly, I'm here, and yeah.
Because at least for the time, Xenogears' combat mechanics were interesting to me. I enjoy the leveling up system. The fact that leveling up wasn't the entirety of the system, and that you could not only level up your character but also your death blows as well. The variety of the different death blows that you could have from the different characters. The variety of characters,
You know
all of
what?
which are pretty
Well-
decent.
Okay.
Well, I don't think there's a weak character in the group.
Okay. What do you mean by weak?
Listen to this fucking dummy using fucking.
Well, what do you mean
opinions.
by weak? Because fucking, if we're talking like end game, fucking, if I recall correctly, Bart gets pretty fucking bad.
Well, no, I don't mean weak as in combat level. I mean weak as in boring.
Oh, let's see. Oh fuck, I'm forgetting his name off the top of my head because I haven't talked about Xenogears forever. Fucking not Ganondorf. The guy who if I fucking second character you get fucking green fuck.
Rico?
Yes, thank you, Rico. I wanted to say Eduardo, and it's like, oh no.
I loved
that's the wrong
Rico.
name.
He was amazing.
Oh yes, but the problem is though is that
No, they didn't go as far as they could have with him.
they forgot about him like after his little arc, like, and that's like early in the game. If I recall correctly, when I was going through like the fucking someone actually taking the time to actually record the fucking dialogue, like the entire script of Xenogears, like there's a good like massive section where before he pops up with an hour dialogue, like quib.
Yeah,
he's like non-existent.
I mean, he does say like a thing here or two if you keep him in your party for the most part, and he's a pretty strong character to keep in your party, and he's a pretty decent HP sponge, and he does really good damage, and you can offset his low accuracy with items.
Okay.
But really, you could say that of basically most of the characters. Citan, Ellie, and Faye are kind of the ones that say
they're the
most of
main
the stuff.
party. Yeah. They're the main group.
Which
Everyone else
I
Also,
personally,
where are you at
while
Bloodborne?
what you're noting is less of a problem of like a severe issue with the game, and more just something that could have been better if they had more fucking time.
No,
and wanted to make what they actually want, and actually managed to make what they wanted to make.
To be perfectly fair, though, if we're gonna go off the entire week, they had more time, then they have an entire disc 2 that they need to work on before they fix any of those issues.
Well,
Sorry,
yeah,
the amount of dialogue dump that fucking disc 2 was, it's quite obviously the project was not finished by the time it got shipped.
Obviously.
Yeah, so I would argue that's a pretty negative point against the actual game itself.
What, that it was unfinished due to scheduling issues?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, regardless, none of this really debunks anything that I've or even counters anything that I've really said. I still liked Rico. I still liked his arc. It definitely was interesting. Sure, they didn't explore it much past that, but that's fine because what I still got was still good. So there was no point in the game in which I was bored, except perhaps during the second disc when they're just sitting on chairs expositing. That was about the only time.
To be fair, when it comes to saying that I wasn't bored, yeah, I guess I can say the same thing. I wasn't bored either. I mean, like the game's pretty.
It keeps moving. It keeps upping the ante.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know about upping the ante. It's way too busy doing the fucking Evangelion like mysterious thing happening in the background.
Are you fucking caving because this motherfucker?
No.
No. Well, hold on. What do you mean? What do you mean? It doesn't? What do you mean it doesn't up the ante? I mean, it starts off with you just being a dude in a fucking like village in the middle of fucking nowhere, where like the worst thing you have to worry about is whether or not you're going to be able to make it up the fucking mountain to talk to the doctor because there's a bunch of fucking wolves and shit on the fucking trail. And it ends with you fighting God. Like it's what do you mean it doesn't up the ante? I don't know what that means.
Okay, wait. It doesn't. You don't actually fight God. You fight.
Yeah,
you fight a bioweapon.
No, you fight. Okay, God is in the bioweapon. That's the point.
No.
Yes, that's what the waiting existence is. That's what the wave existence is.
You're not fighting a wave existence. You're fighting.
You are.
Oh God. Okay.
Especially. Actually, you do like literally fight like the wave existence because no, you become one manifestation of the wave existence when you get access to the Xenogear. And then it is essentially like the antithesis of the wave existence.
Okay, that's not what the book said, but all right. The wave existence is something.
It's the way it's portrayed in the game. I don't really give a shit what the book says.
I kind of do care about what the book says because the book is actually trying to explain its own fucking its nonsensical plot that's in the game.
So Akira Toriyama tries to explain shit all the time either. I don't give a shit what he says either.
Okay, I mean, like, I just kind of go off what the offer's going off of.
Nah, Word of God's stupid.
Oh, all right. So yeah, that's
and yet, Lundy, you reject all my theories for Dragon Ball.
Because they are essentially the equivalent of Alex Jones theories. They're just little bits and pieces that you just string together into a massive meta-narrative that doesn't make any sense.
Look, Alex Jones never came up with anything as good as Dirty Monkey Kong.
He turned Super Saiyan. So, I don't know.
I could turn Super Saiyan if I wanted to.
But yeah,
I mean, most complaints I can usually bring up with Xenogears when it comes to like game of its mechanics are kind of purely off of it's not a finished product.
Yeah, like and that's fine because it's something that I would entirely concede to. I just think that the most of the product that is there is good.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I disagree with it being good.
I like. Lundy's like driving in a car with no radiator. It's like, oh, you know, despite this car catching on fire, I think this is a good product.
Well, no, so see, the thing is,
no, it still works as a game. Like, that's not a good analogy, Matt. It's more like driving in a car without like air conditioning.
I guess. I mean, like, with my experience playing the game, it's actually kind of a little too easy to fucking over-level, like, badly, actually.
Well, I mean, you could say that about basically any Japanese RPG from that time and onwards.
Yeah, but to be honest, though, it gets really bad when you start getting fucking, like, okay, I'm just going to start working on death blows, and it kind of really robs a lot of the fucking anti-attention in the story kind of away.
Well, again, grinding is just a part of most JRPGs. That's less of a criticism of Xenogears and more of a criticism of the style of JRPGs at the time.
Not to mention also
a lot onwards.
Not to mention also when just due to how certain like shop lists are set up, you can get access to some really ridiculous fucking items. Once again, if this game went through more, I guess, trial and error, more work, probably those would have been changed. AK probably shouldn't have allowed the player to get hold of an Aether Doubler within, like, I don't know, the first hour or 2 hours of the game if you know where to go.
To be fair, the only way you can get access to it is if you have so much fucking money that you had to grind it for it.
No. Actually, it's really easy to get that amount of money.
It's like 50,000.
No, it's 30,000. All you have to do is like do fucking like 30 matches against the fucking mech, which is a particular mech that gives 1,000 a piece, and it's actually really easy. It's a
particular mech that you have to go into the desert for, and you have to fight them many, many times. Like it's like what do you mean?
Like 30 times, like that's.
And by the way, this is all something that you would only know if you actually looked into it beforehand. If you don't already know what a fucking Aether Doubler does.
Okay, the Aether Doubler, I would agree. Yes, you probably wouldn't know what an Aether Doubler is. So you probably would go.
And you also probably wouldn't even know the extent of how powerful it is either.
Wait, no. But before we go anywhere, the entire idea of like, oh, it's expensive, so it must be good. I mean, you're going to use that logic right there.
No, and most people grew past that logic when they started playing JRPGs. A lot of people don't actually use that logic. A lot of people don't actually use the logic of if it's expensive, that must mean it's good.
In JRPGs, yes, you totally
no, because a lot of people ended up fucking growing past that. Remember, Chrono Trigger, the fucking super expensive sword that you can get at the fair in the beginning. Fucking useless.
Yeah, because it's a fucking play on that stupid ass logic. But when it comes to JRPGs,
but Chrono Trigger was like way before.
Yes, I know. And are you telling me that that's something that's worth 30K or 30 fucking grand might not be like, okay, this might actually be pretty good? And again, if you don't know if it's not good, you can just reload your save.
And by the by, if you're willing to just fucking roam around the desert to find one very particular encounter that you can get
for your encounter though, you run into it like I'll like next time I do grinding.
It's one out of every like 3 fights or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's like 1 out of 3. That's not that. It's not like you're going after
which means that on average you're going to be fighting 90 fucking fights.
Yeah, if you're grinding up the era characters to get their levels up and their fucking death bows up, you're gonna run into this thing naturally. Is what I'm saying. You're just doing normal.
Only at a particular part in the game, because the gear fights don't unlock until that particular gear fight doesn't unlock until you progress through the story a particular amount.
I guess not. I mean, not that really. I think you can actually run into the gear fight after you get out of the first gear dungeon. You pretty much use that fight's kind of running around it since then. And
even then, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to grind levels off of gears either, because they don't really offer much more XP than a fucking regular fight does.
Actually, I think they offer a notable amount than like the sand guys or the sand sharks.
Not a substantial amount, no.
Yeah,
they might offer more than the sand guys, but that's because the sand guys are something that you fought in fucking what is it, Dazzle?
Yeah, it's one of the Dazzle.
It's like one of the first fucking fights.
Yeah, it's one of the first encounters, and those mechs actually, I believe. Also, I think those mechs actually do offer a decent amount of experience for it being a 1 unit like fight. And if you have like one of your mechs grind up enough, you can just simply kind of just like one hit him and he's gone. And $1,000.
Well, you can't really grind up the mechs; you can only really upgrade them.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's another thing. Is you have to at that point. Why would you focus on buying stuff for the individual characters when you have to buy so much shit just to keep your fucking mechs up to par?
Yeah, and you can kind of just grind and do that too.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, what you're saying is, you can just grind. Yeah, of course, you can do that in any fucking RPG. That's not that's not a critic. That's not a criticism.
The game doesn't really have any real good defense against someone who just kind of sits down and just grinds, and it's not that much grinding.
No RPG does. No RPG does.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I can find some examples that actually have some way.
Can you name one at all right now?
On the top of my head, no. But
that's what I figured. Like fucking, I'm thinking of every single RPG I've ever fucking played. All the Final Fantasies, just like a grind. If you overgrind, then the game becomes fucking trivial. Fucking Chrono Trigger, obviously. Like you don't even need to grind to beat that game. It's a fairly easy to beat game, at least according to Matt. I can't think of a single RPG in which if you overgrind, the game doesn't just essentially become trivial. And that's not even just Japanese ones, fucking Western ones as well. Any of the Elder Scrolls series, if you fucking overgrind a particular fucking stat, especially just stealth and archery, you can basically just fucking win a game based off of that.
To be fair, Elder Scrolls games are not really that well known for not being hard. I mean, they're kind of easy.
You can overgrind in the Souls games even.
And I'm not terribly familiar with those.
The Bloodborne all throughout Dark Souls and Demon Souls. If you grind enough, everything becomes way easier.
Yeah.
Which is why there's generally a rule in place where you don't grind above level 90, because then that trivializes the rest of the game. Unless you're not planning on actually playing the game the way that it was originally intended. Most people understand that the way in which the game was designed was for you to, at best, get to about level 90 or so by the end of the game. They did not account for someone who just fucking sits there for like several hours going into one specific really good grind spot and just fucking going nuts.
Okay, so first off, when it comes to Xenogears, it's not a particularly good grind spot. It's the entire fucking first desert you run into. It's the first area you're most likely going to run into encounters into. So it's not really a good grind spot. And also several hours. If I had to count the amount of hours, it was probably what 4? That's not that big of a grind session for a JRPG.
Well, that's just going to be up to opinion.
Yeah, it's going to be up to opinion.
I don't know. I think
I've done a lot more grinding
especially when it's just to buy one particular item. Like, I don't know.
No, that wasn't to buy one particular item. That was to fucking upgrade my mech, upgrade the mechs up with the best technology you had way around, get a lot of those. I believe it's response kits. No, response kits. It's the one that raises up the response that you lose access to. I think by
I can't remember the names of any of the fucking items at this point.
Yeah, so there's that. And yeah, the E for double, which fucking doubles out fucking E for damage. Yeah,
which is really only useful on like 2 people.
Well, yeah, but it also makes those two people fucking ridiculously kind of broken up until this too. Which is again an item that you probably shouldn't just leave around waiting in a shop to, like, you know.
Why not? It would reward somebody for grinding. Why don't you want people to be rewarded for grinding?
Because you still get the reward of, I don't know, having characters who can pretty much, like, you know, stomp the next boss fight.
Well, if what you want is to be able to stomp the next boss fight, then why would you not just provide that?
It's
like literally, like, you're basically saying this thing rewards you for doing the thing that you were intending on doing. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it's obviously not. It's an item that, to be honest, if, like I said, if this game went from
it's a really powerful item that if you grind enough and know about it ahead of time, you can get, and it trivializes a lot of the boss fights for a decent while.
It trivializes a lot of the game for a while. It's a kind of a problem. That's why in the outer areas you find this item, which is I believe in the like in some of the gladiator the fucking gladiator battle things that you have in those lists, it's in there, and that makes more sense because I think it's a little more difficult to get in those areas. It makes more sense for it to be in those type of places than just in some random shop where you can just like spend 30K and boop, I got it now, and you're good. Like, it's pretty silly. Also, if I recall correctly, I think I was grinding for 2E for doublers in that playthrough. I can't remember though. Because I think I just wanted to get it done with.
I'm not really understanding your critique here. I'm just really not understanding what the problem is here.
That's a really good item that probably shouldn't be just where you can just get it that easily.
It's not really an easy thing to get, as has already been gone over.
But I would argue that getting 30 grand is actually really not that hard in that game.
Okay,
it's really not.
Yeah, you grinded for We've already acknowledged that you probably wouldn't know to grind for it unless you already knew about it ahead of time. So there's that.
I guess. I mean, to be honest, that kind of more goes into Xenogear and it not really giving you good fucking, like, you know, signposting of when it'll be a good time to go actually grind and go explore. Like, it's very easy to actually derp into the next fucking cutscene pretty fucking quick, actually. And those
but you also don't really need to grind all that much to beat Xenogears in the first place.
I guess.
It's not exactly known to be a difficult game. The difficulty isn't even like the reason why anybody plays it or likes it.
Well, it's not the story.
I would say the story is one of the primary reasons why people like it.
There's not that many boss fights that are truly super difficult. Though then again, I'm not exactly sure if that's not because of other factors.
The only boss fight that I ever saw somebody get stuck on was Shao Kahn because they didn't upgrade their ship beforehand. And they didn't have the money to, and they were literally like, it's the only thing that they could do at that point.
Now let's see. I think I've seen people get. I think some of the playthroughs,
and they didn't understand that Sybson is extremely strong, or how to use Bart's Omnigear.
I think the only fights I've really seen anyone get stuck on is if you don't grind at all, or at least do a little bit of grinding. You can. I think I saw one guy get stuck on fucking. Oh fuck! What the fuck is his name? Fucking Crossface dude.
You understand that there is actually like a challenge mode that a lot of people do, where they just don't actually like level at all.
No,
or buy any upgrades for their gears.
No. This is quite obviously someone who was not.
I'm saying there's a challenge mode where you don't have to upgrade your gears at all theoretically to beat the game.
Okay.
Like you just go with what it starts with, and then that's it. Okay. So like clearly, there's no like bringing up it makes things easy. No one cares.
Okay.
It's not the point of the game. Things being difficult.
Okay. I guess. I mean, like, if anything, that challenge mode existing is probably more of an indication of, again, the game's not really well kind of.
There's challenge modes for every single fucking game that basically are used to exploit the things that you can do in a game that you didn't originally think that you could do. Like, again, don't. You can't use the complaint that works for all games.
Wait. How can you not use the complaint that doesn't work with all games?
Because then you're not criticizing. Well, first off, it wouldn't be a criticism of the game. Second off, it would be more criticism of just games itself, which if that's what you're doing, what you're essentially saying is that games are not something that appeal to your very subjective taste, which is fine, and that's something that you can do, but it's not something that anybody has to give a shit about.
Yeah, but okay, so it so
and obviously it's not something that anybody who enjoys games would have any sort of impetus to listen to.
Okay, so but when it comes to that particular challenge mode, I think that is an indication that maybe the game, I don't know, could possibly go for some rebalancing. If you can actually deal with all its fights with then what's the point of upgrading? What's the point of doing any of the actual
make things easier? It's difficult to do that. It's not like the challenge is like something that you can just. It's not like people who are not at all good at games are just.
Yeah, but this sounds like fucking like Nuzlocke, like doing Nuzlocke on Pokemon games. It's like, oh, the base game itself's that easy, so we need to like make a challenge for ourselves that way we can.
Yeah, sure, but
enjoy the game.
Just.
I mean,
Nuzlocks are fun.
Well, yes, I understand Nuzlocke are fun. I can understand why you would think that'd be fun, but I would argue that seems to be kind of a problem with the game itself. Then, if the game itself is not set up to be at least somewhat challenging, if you can do this, that's like that. Like
if you don't upgrade anything, then it is difficult. I would say incredibly difficult, even. But that doesn't mean that it needs to be. Oh shit! It doesn't mean that it needs to be incredibly difficult baseline. Like with that, if they did rebalance it, then that challenge mode wouldn't exist, and wouldn't that be a problem?
Well, no, because that challenge mode, I don't understand how the challenge mode not existing that would be a problem. I mean, to me, it sounds like
because people enjoy it and people have been trying to do it, and there'd be a lot of things that wouldn't exist anymore.
Well, yeah, but the entire thing is that if the game is that easy on the base of it, then obviously, again, like you said, that all these different systems are there to actually increase stats or things of that nature, just to make the game even easier than it already is.
Yeah, sure. What's the problem with that?
Well, that makes a game that's pretty fucking easy, doesn't it? If you're using those systems already.
I guess Pokemon sucks.
Well, to be fair, what's the audience that Pokemon's being aimed at?
Autistic people.
I'll go with more children, but okay.
I would say the majority of people who play Pokemon are not children.
I would majority of the audience, but what's it being aimed at though?
Yeah, regardless of who it's being aimed at, who's enjoying it.
Well, again, and
listen, if the majority of the people who are playing it aren't children, then what does it matter if it's being aimed at children? Clearly, adults enjoy a non-challenging game just fucking fine.
Well, yeah, but okay. I'm just saying that the game. Okay, so I guess in a roundabout way, I'm saying the game's too easy, which
is that's something that you can say you don't personally like, but whatever.
Okay, but I do think that's kind of a problem with the game, though.
That's a problem with your ability to enjoy the game. It doesn't really have anything to do with whether or not anybody else can. If they're playing a game for difficulty, they wouldn't be playing a JRPG in the first place, or any other RPG, because they're not difficult.
Okay.
If they're playing a game for difficulty, they might as well just play the Soulsborne series, as well as make sure that they don't level up past a certain degree.
Okay.
God damn it. These fucking maggot-filled bitches.
I don't know.
Two spawn out of them as soon as he dies. God damn it.
No, don't worry, Matt. I'll work on the Xenogears series and have those videos up. Is Matt even still here?
I'm pretty sure he is. Either that or he just walked away to go do something random. He does that a lot with these.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Okay.
Oh. I didn't fill up all the way.
What are you playing right now?
Bloodborne.
Oh.
I've been enjoying it for the most part.
Well, I'm getting a PS4 soon. Actually, it's coming in the mail tomorrow, so I might actually be able to play some more Bloodborne.
You'll have access to the DLC, which I do not have access to.
By the way,
I'm playing on the PS Now, which allows me to play it on the computer, but the PS Now does not have the DLC for Bloodborne.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask because I'm not buying a new copy of Bloodborne. I'm probably just going to use one of the $20 copies that we have laying around.
I don't think the DLC is all that expensive, and I think there's only one.
All right.
Which is unlike the other Dark Souls, which usually have like 2 or 3.
Well, I think the games I have coming with it now is I want to give Dragon Quest Builders another shot again.
Well, no, you don't like games that are easy. Well, I mean, you could play Dragon Quest 11, but Dragon Quest 11 is funny because it actually has challenge modes built into the game.
Okay.
They're called Dragovian quests. One is that you're never allowed to use a shop.
All right.
So you just can't buy anything. You have to craft everything. Another is that you can't ever wear armor.
Okay.
And then I can't remember what all the Dragovian quests are. I just know that right now, on a current playthrough that I have at the moment, is I'm not allowed to use shops. I'm not allowed to run away from fights, and I'm also not allowed to grind.
Okay.
Yeah, there's an anti-grind quest, which essentially, once you hit a certain point of experience, different areas and different monsters just don't give you experience anymore.
That's cool.
You can still grind them for like materials, but.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, I think the games I was having coming in was Dragon Quest Builders. I want to give that a shot again. I think I have like Shadow of the Colossus, the remakes for it or whatever.
I've never played the Shadow of the Colossus, but I probably should.
To be honest, I've always heard good things about it, so I might as well give it a shot.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've never heard a negative thing about Shadow of the Colossus. It's like one of those games that like gamers are like, it's a fucking masterpiece.
Well, yeah, and honestly, I think Shadow of the Colossus kind of ends up in that weird fucking camp of, I think the only people I've seen make fun of it are just contrarian dumbasses or whatever. Like that Sephiroth, whatever the fuck that account I showed Matt, and Matt just kind of like, oh my god, it's like Shadow Me. That's not good. But yeah, like, which I'm pretty sure, yeah. There's that. That and there's some other games. There are some other games I can try. We still have Gundam Breaker over here, so I was gonna give it.
If you play things for difficulty, why don't you play MMOs and just get into Mythic rating?
Because MMOs don't really interest me. Really.
You would say that, Lundy.
I mean, like MMOs.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean, Matt. What's the issue?
Also, update: Goat's not dead, and we have 10 dislikes on this video.
Awesome.
Nice. Hopefully, it's
aiming for dislikes.
Yeah.
Well, bad press is still press.
I hear him crying.
And to be honest, I think the only other thing you could possibly play Xenogears 4 is its story, which me and Matt, I guess, will be more than welcome to go watch.
I think its story's pretty good.
Okay, I mean,
the meta story can be a bit confusing, but the individual characters are all really engaging, and I enjoy them immensely.
I'd rather read fucking Rape Man.
That parries me.
I particularly didn't really.
Oh, but how far are you in Bloodborne, Lundy?
There's a baby crying. I've entered the nightmare.
Oh, you're fucked.
Why?
Because if it's where I think are. Have you seen a 7-foot tall ghost lady yet?
A 7-foot tall ghost lady?
Yeah.
I fought a shit ton of ghost ladies in the castle.
Oh yeah, you are.
But I got past that.
You're hearing the fucking baby.
What else? I don't know. There are certain type of, like, I don't know if I want to call tropes, but there are certain ways that the game structured its story that I just didn't really appreciate. Like, and I think you can still find those same issues like going around Chrono Cross. So, like how the villains kind of do their things. Actually, the villains in general, some of the roles they gave some of the villains kind of felt like they would be more natural with some of the air characters they introduced.
I don't think I actually need to fight any of these fuckers. I think I can just run past them. I've already beaten them a bajillion fucking times. I don't want
to say this, Lundy. If you see a 7-foot tall ghost lady who has a bleeding stomach, you don't have to fight her.
Bleeding stomach?
Stump.
No, stomach.
Oh, stomach.
Oh, I thought you said stump. My bad.
Oh, okay. I'll have to fight her. Fair enough. Good to know.
Okay, so
I just got through. I've been getting through this room that has like a gigantic fuck spider in it, as well as a bunch of little spiders. And I don't mean Rom the vacuous spider. I beat him a while ago. Matt, you're a robot. Oh, God damn it. The fucking spiders followed me. You fuckers.
He's actually one of Google's mini AIs. Oh God, now I'm actually picturing what the fuck would Matt be doing if he was an AI.
How'd that not hit me?
Matt's in control of central air, central fucking air control. That'd be great. Okay, so boop. There we go.
Son of a bitch! Can I just kill this fucker? I'm fighting a fucking another hunter, and he's got the same sword that I do, and he's got like a fucking weird spray thing that like fogs the area and makes the area like hurt me. And then he's got what the fuck else is this? Some weird tentacle fucking thing. He just sort of like sprays it out at me and like takes off half my HP.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
It's fucking dumb. Makes me want to die. And then I do. Because it's Bloodborne. And you die real easy.
Now for that challenge mode, I'm wondering how much Omega Souls and fucking the repair bots actually allow that entire allow that challenge mode to exist.
Oh, probably a lot, I imagine.
Yeah, because Omega Souls are really one of the many. Like it's again one of those like this game just had a few probably in our year of development probably would have been fixed. Because it's like having every vendor sell pretty much elixirs for this absurdly like short amount of cash is kind of.
I mean, granted, it's something that you can only use out of combat, but
yeah, but like literally, it's just one of those like, why would you not? Like, okay, well, oh look, I'm going into this room where I'm near a save point. That's gonna pop off some Omega Souls real quick. Everyone's healed again. It's not even sorry, it's not even everyone's healed. It's like literally, it's the MP recovery is what makes those damn items so fucking useful. You just have like one of the healers, if you have a healer in the group at that point, just heal everybody, and then just pop it, and you're good. Like yeah,
so much fucking damage with a goddamn strike. Holy shit! What the fuck? I'm actually getting frustrated by this fucking NPC. He has all the same movesets that I do, except it takes me 5 million hits to kill him, and it takes him 3 hits to kill me.
To be fair, that kind of sounds like a Soul game in a nutshell. I mean, like...
Kind of reminds me of that Renekton farming you for gold yesterday, yeah.
Drive.
God, yesterday's league session was fucking chaos. I only played 3 games. I got absolutely stomped for the first 2, and the third one was a 4v5, but we were the 5, and we couldn't end the game for like 50 minutes.
Nice.
Oh, so fucking bad. All right, fucker. Try this shit again.
Okay, so let's quickly just hop out there now that I've gathered all that. That's going in the background.
How'd that miss? You fuck.
Actually, I have no idea where in the hell.
Suck on a penis, you fuck. All right.
I have no idea where any of that footage actually ended up. Now thinking about it.
I beat him by spamming a fucking shot on him. I just kept shooting him. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck those are. They look bizarre, though. Just... Oh, it takes me down.
Okay, so I should probably actually just start setting up the 8 Tera and
Huh?
8 Tera and 2 Tera.
I haven't explored all the way up here yet. Ah, fuck. Matt, are you awake? That didn't figure.
Yeah, he most likely passed out.
Nah, he's probably still awake. He's probably just off doing random shit. He's gonna come back being like, I found a piece of cardboard and